I'm so proud to see you all here this morning and to be here. And you know you're the backbone in keeping Los Angeles and Ventura County freeways safe, open, and beautiful.
The latest fatal accident that claimed the life of a Caltrans employee took place yesterday along the Antelope Valley Freeway. A pickup truck driven by a suspected drunk driver went out of control and plowed into a state vehicle, crushing a Caltrans worker who was killed instantly.
I grew up as a Caltrans baby, you know. My father worked for the agency for 25 years, so ever since I was a kid, I'd always ask my mom, where's my dad at? He's out. He's not here in the morning. He was here last night. The job requires a lot of your personal time. You have to be there for emergencies, providing your services, and putting your life on the line every day that you step out onto that roadway.
The procession of orange Caltrans maintenance vehicles stretched for over a mile today as it followed the hearse that carried the body of Jerry Alcala to his final resting place. A yellow caution light on each vehicle flashed. Last Friday on the 91 freeway, the yellow caution lights were also flashing and the cones were out. Yet the driver of a bobtailed roofing truck barreled straight into Alcala and his work crew, tragically proving once again that the men and women who labor on the freeway system have the most dangerous jobs in the world.
I want to see all the work that you put in our communities. Sometimes people don't see it. And I see, you dedicate so many hours in the days that in the summertime. Let's be part of the solution. I want to be, if we want to keep our city and our freeways clean, let's help. This is a hard work.
While we describe our workers as fallen, it is not in vain. I say they live on in a real sense in this life through us. And it is our responsibility to carry on the message of safety, because the lives of our workers are as important as any.
Breaking news, a Caltrans worker and several others are critically hurt in a crash on the 710 freeway. One of the victims is a child.
Let's go live now to KTLA's Leela Feinstein in Paramount with the very latest on the condition of that Caltrans worker. Leela?
Well, Cher and Mike, a part of this freeway still shut down right now after a major traffic accident sends not only a Caltrans worker to the hospital, but 4 other people, including a child, all with critical injuries.
There's nothing routine about an emergency roadway repair or even a maintenance operation. I just recently heard someone talking about how working on the highway is a lot like working on the deck of an aircraft carrier. Large, heavy machines moving at high rates of speed within arm's length of those people that are out there on foot making the machine work. But the big difference is, on the highways, you can't depend on the operators of those machines not to be under the influence of controlled substances. The pilots on an aircraft carrier aren't texting, they're not putting on their makeup, they're not eating a Big Mac while they're moving their FA-18 across the deck.
On February 1st of this year, I was on the right-hand shoulder in my work truck, and a gentleman was coming down the freeway with no license, hit me in the back. He knocked me from the right shoulder all the way across the freeway to the center lane. Suffered a fracture in my back and about 3 staples here on my head. Wasn't doing anything wrong, was paying attention. Luckily had my seatbelt on, or else I might not be here today.
3 slogans: give them a break, slow for the cone zone, be work zone alert, 1 law, the move over law, and 12 words or sayings associated to Caltrans and its memorials. The ultimate sacrifice, solemn, killed on the job. Since 1921, employees who have lost their lives, families who have lost their loved ones, 184 workers killed. Workers' Memorial Day, motorists who do not exercise caution while driving where highway workers are present, errant drivers, distracted drivers, drunk drivers, tired drivers.
It is very, very frustrating.
Veteran Caltrans worker Amayo Akamatalu says what makes the 405 accident that killed 2 fellow construction workers so tragic is for a mile and a half, orange cones, lights, and signboards had warned passing motorists to slow down.
When a guy is drunk, he doesn't know what he's doing. So that's what the problem is.
Investigators have now arrested 2 suspected drunk drivers in the deadly collision.
On behalf of PECG, I would like to thank all the workers who risked their lives working on California's highways. Please be safe. Thank you very much.
This was the scene shortly after the fiery crash on the eastbound Pomona Freeway in Diamond Bar this morning. The 18-wheeler, loaded down with furniture, collided with two Caltrans vehicles parked on the side of the road. Explosion, fire, 1 dead, 2 injured.
Here in California, family and friends said goodbye today to Juan Tomei, a Caltrans worker who was killed on the job last week. St. Martha's Catholic Church was filled to capacity for the service, with mourners lining the aisles. Tomei was killed last Wednesday on the shoulder of the Pomona Freeway after a big rig slammed into his truck. Ironically, he died on Worker Memorial Day, the day that Caltrans honors employees killed in the line of duty.
My husband was Juan John Thome. He was killed 23 years ago. Actually, 23 years ago last week. Caltrans maintains over 51,000 roadways. Now, I cannot imagine 51,000 roadways or 51,000 miles of roads that Caltrans maintains throughout the state of California, which to me is amazing. I have to say to you, my husband was also a veteran, a Vietnam veteran, and every time I come across a veteran, I say, thank you for your service. Well, I have to say to Caltrans, all of you out there, thank you for your service. I mean, I understand the signs that are out there, slow for the cone zone, but I want to thank you personally. Thank you for taking care of those roadways so I can drive on them every day. Thank you for getting me safe with my family here today. Thank you for your service.
Keep in mind your efforts are commendable and that you are to be respected and that we want you to be safe. You have a tough road ahead of us, ahead of you in many ways, and I'm very proud to be here with you today. Thank you for your dedication, for your pride in what you do, and know that your work is very appreciated.
He taught me how to ride my bike.
He's the coach
for my baseball team.
They help me with my math homework. He holds my hand while we watch scary movies. Because the things he does helps all of us. Be alert, our parents are at work.